Hey guys, welcome back to More Guitars. Welcome back to the shop. So today we've got a couple of cool things going on. We're finally getting back to assembly on the Ethan Gardner build, this beautiful T-style. We've got our tuners on, some nice locking hip shot tuners. And we're going to be using bare knuckle pickups. We have a, I forget what they're called here. This one is a, I forget what it's called now. The particular type of pickup that it is. I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the show notes, right? So we got that one for the bridge, this cool looking pickup for the bridge, and I'll get the names for them. And then we have this for the neck pickup. This is a very cool looking pickup. More like a P90 style, like this. All right, and we're going to mount those on a very unique system that I have not tried yet for direct mounting your pickups directly to the body of the guitar instead of them hanging on pickup rings. And a lot of people just screw them right down. You know, you can put wood under them or whatever, or rubber, whatever you got to do to get the height right. Well, these guys at Futon PMS pickup mounting system looks like that. Okay, these guys came up with the idea to make these brass bars that fit down inside the pickup cavity like that, centered up inside there. And each one of these has two holes on either side of the center hole for mounting it directly onto the body, and then the two outer screw holes there are for your pickup height adjustment, and the one in the middle is for these set screws. You put the set screw in to the height you want your pickup by trial or error here, and you got to kind of know where you want it. They're adjustable, of course. You get that pickup set in there to the height you believe that it should be at. Then you lock it down using these screws on either side down onto that brass bar. And so you have a directly mounted pickup, direct mounted onto a brass bar, which is direct mounted onto the guitar. Right? There's a lot of stuff to say, but I think you get the gist. Okay, so I'm gonna mount these up. We're gonna try to get our pickups adjusted the way we like them and see how we like this system here. This is the first time I've used it. I've seen it before and I always thought it was a cool system, and I thought I'm gonna go ahead and buy a set of them just so I'll have them for any other build I wanna use them on. And I was talking to Ethan about his build, and he said, hey, I would like to try, since we're direct mounting our pickups, I would like to try using the PMS pickup mounting system, the Futon pickup mounting system. And of course I said, well, I just happen to have one right here. So this is the first time we're gonna try it out. I've already pre-drilled the holes. Always pre-drill. And make sure you have these centered properly. That's extremely important. That one's a little crooked. They got a little bit of play in them, not much. You want to make sure they're centered. That's very important. We can tighten that back up a little bit. Here we go. That looks a lot better. Okay, let me get you over closer so you can see what it looks like. All right, hold on. Quite a bit of glare from the overhead lights. Digital lights put out a ton of glare. Not digital, but LED. And so that's the pickup mounting system. As you can see, the pickup just sits right on top of that. I already have one of the set screws in there, and I can see right now that's going to be too high. So I'm just going to take that back out and put it in one of the smaller ones. Take that back out. and put in the shortest one. And they give you a bunch of different ones to use, which is good. You'll have some left over, obviously. Ah, dog. Stay on it. Okay, that's the one we want right there. That's it, the short one. Put the rest of them in this bag. I'm gonna back you back up so you don't feel like you have to sit right on top of me. And we'll get you back right there. That's a pretty good shot. A little glary, but that's all I can do. I got lights. I'm trying to add more light. I have a light shining on me right now. It's kind of in my face, but it makes the video look better. So we're gonna go with it. Get those started in there. I think that one's just gonna go pretty much straight down, so we know where that's going. Put these very cool, handmade in the UK, bare knuckle pickups. That's a little tight right there. Might have to grind off the square edges. This particular pickup has very square saddle. It doesn't really fit in my cavity. Seymour Duncan's fit in this size. I wasn't aware that was going to be like that. So I'm going to round that over a little bit. I'm just going to go over to the grinder and round those edges over so they're not so square. They'll fit inside my pickup cavity better. I'll be right back. Okay, I just rounded over the saddle a little bit there. I'm gonna take a file to it, clean it up just a bit. Just clean those up a little. This one's a little crooked. Sometimes you gotta bend these saddles a little bit. I think that worked. Let's see. Okay, that just barely fits in there. Woo. I've had that happen before where I just used measurements from specifications on hardware or anything, and then use that in the drawing and use it to make the cuts, and then the hardware be slightly different. It's really better to always have the piece of hardware with you before you start making your cuts. But that fits perfectly in there. And that pickup height actually looks really good, so I'm going to go ahead and put this mounting screw on. Here it is. And that pickup will be officially mounted. There we go. I got it that time. And that one did not want to cooperate. There we go. Had a little bit of trouble getting it started. But now we're good. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Nice. Yeah, that one cooperated. That's a nice mount right there. I like that a lot. And then this goes inside there. Got to poke the hole. Got to poke the hole in the back where the copper shielding is holding the wire from going through it. There we go. Right. Okay, so just wanted you guys to see these, how they worked, in case you would like to try them. Put a little piece of tape over these wires here so they don't get all weird going through the hole there. That looks about right also. Okay, so I'm going to pull up that center screw a little so that it doesn't rock. Looks like about that much. That should do the trick. Yeah, that's nice and solid. It's a very nice setup. There you go. It's looking good. Still got to put in all the little saddles there, make a nut, and then we can start wiring her up. Put some strings on it. I still need to do the fret work. And we're getting real close to getting her done now. Make a nut, put the saddles in, then I can string it and I can take it over to the rack over there and do a fret job. Make sure the frets are good to go. They've already been rounded over on the ends and roughly flattened, but I want to make sure we get it in the rack and put it under string tension and make sure we get this neck right. And then we can wire it up. Hopefully we'll get that done in the next couple of days. But I wanted you guys to see how this futon PMS mounting system works. I'll tell you what, I like it a lot so far. Now to adjust the height's a little tricky. To get this height exactly micro adjusted, there's no springs. So what you would have to do is you would have to take those two mounting screws off, lift your pickup up, whatever height you would like for it to be, adjust it 1/16 of an inch or so with the set screw in the center so that it can't go down any further, and it should be good to go. Maybe 1 or 2 times on that, but I'll tell you what, if you got one of these kind of bridges on here, the way they come just like that, at a 3/4 inch depth, that seems to do the trick. All right? So the FU PMS pickup mounting system, I want you to give that a try, see what you think, okay? We'll talk to you guys soon. I'm out of here. I got to go do some other stuff, all right? Be good to each other out there. Go see some live bands. Peace. Earth Guitars.